Former House Speaker Dennis Hastert is pleading guilty in a federal hush money case. The guilty plea is for a charge of evading currency reporting requirements. Hastert reportedly made illegal bank withdrawals to cover up sexual misconduct. Sentencing is scheduled for February 29th. The South Carolina deputy involved in a violent confrontation with a student may soon learn his fate. Richland County Sheriff Leon Lott said an internal investigation is underway. You're listening to USA Headline News.
Get your Plenty card at Exxon or Mobil and start earning points at lots of places.
So I get points for filling up at Exxon?
You sure do.
What about getting coffee at Mobil?
Points.
Streaming TV shows on Hulu?
Definitely.
Points on my AT&T wireless bill?
Yep.
Buying soap?
At Rite Aid.
Buying you a birthday present?
Points at Macy's.
Visiting your parents?
No. You get marriage points.
Oh.
Exxon and Mobil are the only fuel brands that are part of Plenty, the rewards program that lets you earn points at one place and use them at another. Join Plenty for free through a participating Exxon or Mobil station today. Terms and limitations apply. See Plenty.com.
Did you know the government is scheming to seize your retirement and banking? CEO of Landmark Capital Gold Group. Get the facts in a white paper called How to Protect Your Retirement and Bank Accounts from Government Seizure. Transfer your 401k or IRA into physical gold and silver and take possession with no tax liability. Call Landmark Capital at 844-879-8882. That's 844-879-8882 or landmarkgold.com.
KLZ Denver. Hey everybody, it's Eric and Angel from the Experience Pros Radio Show, coming up right after your Ericisms and Angelosophies. Can you hear me now?
Can I hear you now? Well, don't talk mean to me.
Mean?
Mean?
No. I would never say anything mean to you.
You probably wouldn't, but would you ever say anything mean to you? All right, we're going to talk about self-talk a little bit, right? You wouldn't go around saying mean things to other people, right? People that you care about, people that you're trying to encourage and lift up.
So why in the world would you talk about yourself in those terms, even if it's only in your head?
Well, we all have those mean girls or lizard brain or whatever you want to call it going around, poopy heads. And they're our own voices telling us, you can't do that. You're not good enough. You're lazy. You're late. You eat too much. You don't eat enough. You don't exercise enough.
3 days left to the end of the month, and there's no way I'm going to hit my goals.
You know, we self-talk and self-sabotage ourselves all day long. Our friend Dr. Shad Helmstetter with What to Say When You Talk to Yourself talks about the fact that your brain believes what you tell it.
They call it neuroplasticity, and if it surprises you that I know that word,
it surprises him too.
Yep.
But what we say, our brain believes. Anywhere in life, you do that over and over again, and you wouldn't tell that to your children. You wouldn't say that to your coworkers. You wouldn't say that to people you care about.
So stop saying it to yourself. Replace it with something positive.
You are successful. You know, I have these mantras that I actually put in they're posted on my nightstand, and it says that I'm bright-eyed and I'm excited, and and just different things. I don't have it memorized,
but you believe them.
But reminders every day, and you say them out loud and tell yourself, because think about this, you truly are a success. You have accomplished great things. You know, that deal that you worked so hard to get, you actually got it. That was amazing. The fact that you are still in business, that's amazing.
Absolutely. So keep talking to yourself in positive terms. Yes, you still have 3 days left to achieve your goals this month. Go get it done.
We believe in you. Now tell yourself that you believe in yourself as well.
All kinds of cool things happening on the Experience Pros calendar. Boy, you got to check it out. ExperiencePros.com/calendar, including this coming Thursday, November 5th. That's about a week from today or tomorrow.
Right. So a week from today, we're actually hosting our networking potluck in 1 week on Wednesday, November 4th at Water to Wine. So the potluck open to the public. Find that on our Experience Pros calendar.
Then the next day, November 5th, from 4:30 to 6:30 p.m., our friends over at Portico are putting on the Business Growth Networking. What a fantastic networking event.
Found out that Experience Pros was named one of the best networking groups in Denver, and so check it all out. You can find it also on our meetup page.
And do you have your airline tickets and registration for VIV, the event? Vision is Victory, the event in Scottsdale, Arizona this January.
I'll tell you what, it seems like it's so far away and you haven't committed yet, but we want you to put it on your calendar. Join us. We're emceeing. You're blowing some wind there?
No, I'm blowing them off the fence.
Oh, if you're on the fence, go and check it out at infinitenation.com. Get your airline tickets and your registration today.
All right. We'll see you in Arizona, but before that happens, guess what? Real live episode of the Experience Pros Radio Show coming next.
Just selecting good investments and fund managers may not prepare you for the retirement income you need. There are 5 important, less obvious decisions. Learn these 5 decisions and how to make them. To America's Wealth Management Show, sponsored locally by Life Certain Wealth Strategies here on KLZ 560 every Saturday morning from 9 to 10.
The Experience Pros with Angel and Eric next on KLZ 560.
You're listening to the Experience Pros radio show, where business revolutionaries Angel Tussey and Eric Raymer, best-selling authors of Lists That Saved My Business and founders of Experience Pros University, are inspiring you to get your business right. Let's join Angel and Eric for today's program.
Hello and welcome to the Experience Pros radio show with Angel and Eric. Very nice to have you along with us today. We're here to remind you this small business is big business. Your business.
What am I supposed to do with that, right?
It's a female
and he's like, Angel, and so I got nothing. But later, I started thinking of all these witty things I could have said to you.
Oh,
I don't remember them now.
I'd welcome them if you'd like to.
No, I don't remember them now, but I was scrolling around on the Facebook and saw our friend Ian actually had a flicker. What is it?
It's a northern flicker. And
northern
he
flicker.
Was catching the female northern flicker.
And Eric tried to convince me.
Which is a woodpecker.
That the word birder was a true
and it is a true
word, but it did not mean what you think it means.
It does. What do you think a birder
Well, you said a birder was a bird photographer.
It was somebody who follows birds.
No, you said
bird aficionado.
No. You didn't use any of those words. You didn't use any of that until after I corrected you. And it's a bird watcher.
It's a bird watcher.
But you said it was a bird photographer.
Oh.
And so I was not wrong.
Have you ever known a bird watcher not to photograph? No. They all photograph.
Not necessarily.
All right. Hey, listen, this out of the archives of
Again,
Mobile.
another word that doesn't really, it's not true.
Photograph?
I made a word up the other day and somebody, gription.
Oh, yeah.
I thought that was a real word.
It's right next to gumption.
Gription, right? You had a little gription, like the puppies, and then
you make
a little
up words
gription.
all the time.
And somebody's like, Angel, that's not a real word.
The difference between you and me is I never correct you when you make up a word. I nod my head and say, that's exactly what she meant to say. Mobile, Alabama. No.
Mobile?
Yeah. They had some big raining going on, flooding happening all over the place. A woman said she awoke after severe flooding in her neighborhood to find that the waters had receded and left behind a very unusual item in her yard, a shark.
In her yard.
Wasn't dropped by a real-life sharknado. Nope. It was floodwaters that brought a shark.
Floodwaters brought in a shark into her yard.
Right.
That's freaky.
Yeah, they're planning.
How much water does it take to bring a shark? A shark who you don't notice it's getting shallower, and maybe you could swim the other way.
Right.
Isn't that what that dorsal fin is for?
It's no, that's not what the dorsal fin is for.
I know.
That's the tail fin.
I thought you
today
I thought when I said something, you didn't correct me, and you just nodded and said,
Liar. Of course, Mobile's not too far from a large body of water, so it's possible.
Didn't you try to convince me that birds were falling out, like something was falling out of the sky?
Yeah, there were big fish in the middle of
sharks were falling out of the sky, or something.
It wasn't sharks, but it was big fish that were falling out of the sky. It went nowhere near the ocean, and it was like the whooping crane or something like that they were figuring out.
That is amazing, all the stuff that lives in small amounts of water and where it can get to and get into.
Speaking of things in the sky, drone has been recovered at an Oklahoma prison. Yes, there was a drone flying over the prison when it was recovered. It was discovered. It was carrying
convenient
and a cell phone. And cigarettes.
And maybe some magazines.
And a little girly magazine. Calster, Oklahoma's learn how to use the drones. Keep it under 400 feet and drop your stash of escape equipment, and while you're waiting.
Well, there's a good use for it,
Right? Yeah. The Department of Corrections Office of Inspector General is investigating. Mostly it's just to get their hands on the cigarettes. Did have 5.3 ounce bag of marijuana, 0.8 ounce bag containing methamphetamine, a bag containing less than a gram of heroin. Don't forget your 2 packages of Newport cigarettes, 2 packages of black and mild cigars.
Hacksaw blades, a cell phone,
Super glue.
cell phone battery, and cigars, and 2 tubes of sugar.
You know, that's probably the most creative and practical applications of the use of a drone that I've heard in a long time.
Yeah, I bet the prisoners liked it too.
Yeah. Wow.
Oh, and they found it.
Right?
Well, very good, very good. You got to be resourceful no matter when. We're finding very resourceful ways to use drones these days. It's not just for delivering Amazon packages to your door.
It's not.
Though I haven't had anything delivered to my door yet via drone.
No, I don't know how they're going to do that. Because you know something? If I were a neighborhood kid, I'd be waiting with a net.
You would be.
Well,
You'd be.
No. I'd be waiting with a fishing net.
That's what I thought, like a butterfly net kind of thing.
Here comes the drone
right?
to drop something off at Angel's house, and I would catch me a drone.
Catch me a drone.
Right?
Like, Mom, can I keep it? I named him Fred. We'll pet him and love him.
And finally, in the news today, folks, do not panic. If you paid absolutely nothing for your website service, you know, the one called Wix, Wix.com, W-I-X.
Yeah.
You've been hit with the Google stick. Sorry.
What does that mean?
Sorry, don't mean to make too much light of this. If your business website was built by the online website builder tool Wix, you might realize a recent dip in your user activity. In fact, it's likely that you've experienced no activity at all on your website because you fell off the Google index. You see, the problem is Wix, in its proprietary process of giving everybody free and cheap-looking websites,
right?
It gives one platform so that if one Wix website has a problem, all Wix websites are likely to suffer a similar problem.
Like what problem?
Well, you know, maybe there's a virus or something like that that's been expose or whatnot. Here's what it says. Google Webmaster Help forums have been littered with discussions over the last couple of weeks about Wix sites that have disappeared from the index. The search engine has issued an apology for the hassle, but they are looking into the way that Wix websites are actually designed, and Wix is on the project trying to fill in the holes.
So no traffic to your Wix website.
Not only no traffic, but you've been de-indexed.
That's stinky.
Right?
That's awful.
Yeah.
I know. Well, you know how exciting now when you get out there and you think, okay, it's totally free. I get to have all of this fun stuff, right? But then you lose it all too. All right, so here we're going to Wix and online marketing. You think you can get by through marketing your business exclusively through online interactions, right?
Sure.
From the comfort of your desk, you can build a free website on Wix, right? Publish and syndicate content, host advertising, even make strong connections that land you some major deals, right?
That's
we've
the
all
theory, sure.
thought about that. It's a fantastic age we live in. It's like going to space and we're connected to everybody around the country or around the world. But here's the thing. You know, I heard somebody this morning said, you made a comment about we're online, we're connected, you know, through social media, but she actually saw somebody face to face, and she said it was almost like getting mail, right? That
Right.
feel that you get, that absolute connection that you get when you meet with somebody and it's like in person. And so here are some public appearances that if you are all online and totally behind the scenes, here's some places you might consider making a public appearance for your brand.
All right, go.
The first one is networking events.
Duh.
No kidding, right? They're the perfect gateway for practically anything you want to accomplish in your business. Anything at all for you, make sure it's over at Schmidt.
You know, the producer to dozens of viable connections, whether in the form of potential new customers or local business partners, referral partners, vendors, folks who can help you in your business one way or another.
Where else can you actually have those kinds of quality interactions, face to face, meet with somebody, have quality conversation? You can't do that online.
Right.
Speaking opportunities. Make sure that you are seen as an expert in the industry and you're out there speaking to groups of your targeted audience.
Now, if that causes fear and trembling in the inner parts, don't worry about it. Just join a group called Toastmasters or someplace like that, the National Speakers Association. Get trained on how to communicate well, because I'm telling you, very few things will actually advance your career more than a speaking opportunity.
Yeah, and I know that we're always thinking, okay, it's got to be business. It's got to be business related. I got to speak. I got to go into these professional networking events. But volunteering.
Oh, man, how important is that?
Well, volunteering is a great way to get out into the community and meet like-minded people that have a passion for the same things.
Bob Berg is famous for this quote, all things being equal, people do business with people that they know, like, and trust. And how do you get to be known, liked, and trusted? You go out there and give of your time, your resources, and meet people who also have that same heart.
Yeah, it says your online reputation might be awesome, right? But there's simply no substitute for the power of a personal public appearance, eye contact, body language, firm handshake that actually could get you the job. You'll make bolder impressions with different types of people and be able to forge more relationships and partnerships as a result.
Great, great commentary. Hey, would you like to take that and put it on steroids? And then stick around for our next guest. Joel Calloway is going to talk to us about the art of attracting business. That sounds really, really good. This is the most positive business talk show in America. You are listening to Angel and Eric, and we want to say thank you for that. Turn up the volume and do business with the people who do business with the pros.
The Experienced Pros, revolutionizing the way people treat people in business.
You keep wondering about refinancing options. You know rates are low, but don't know how to go about getting the best right and best type of loan for you. What do you even need? Wonder No More Answers.com. Together answers. Go to CherylAnswers.com. CherylAnswers.com.
LMB number 100020432. NMLS number 266695. You can check the licensing status of your mortgage loan originator at dora.state.co.us.
Design, implement, and support. If you have a computer, a cell phone, or a tablet, you have a network. Hi, this is Eric, and I've got great news for you. Your network has a guy. For the last 15 years, Brad Binkley of Binkley IT has served his clients without killing their budget. Brad can effectively manage a network of up to 50 computers, typically for about 2 to 4 hours a week. Huge savings, no sacrifice. Call Brad today for your next IT partner, 720-254-1057. That's 720-254-1057. Binkley IT, solving the IT puzzle one piece at a time.
Over 400,000 businesses in Colorado have less than 10 employees. Your business probably fits into that category. Imagine what would be accomplished if everyone joined forces. The Colorado Micro Business Alliance brings owners together to give you a unified voice in state and local politics, as well as helps negotiate better deals for products and services. They offer top-level seminars and networking events. Join now for only $5 a month at ColoradoMicroBusinessAlliance.com.
Get your payroll and employee paperwork done efficiently, effectively, and economically with Employer Essentials. Free up your time, free up your money, and let Employer Essentials help your business grow. They handle all of your payroll and HR needs at EmployerEssentials.com or call 303-734-9436. 303-734-9436.
Hey, diehards, this is Angel, and I want you to join me on Thanksgiving morning for the Highlands Ranch Chamber 5K. It starts with a pancake breakfast provided by our friends from the Colorado National Guard and finishes with fun activities. I'll let you guess what they'll be serving in the beer garden. The race starts at 9 a.m. on Thanksgiving morning, and you'll be finished and energized enough to eat the whole turkey. Sign up for the early bird price online at td5k.com. That's td5k.com to save $10. It's all brought to you by the Highlands Ranch Chamber and Furniture Row. td5k.com.
Friends, there are very few things more important to your business than the way it's viewed and used on the internet. Your website is the gateway to your entire sales process, and here at Experience Pros, we trust Donna Galassi and Blue Zenith Web Design to make our website more than just a brochure for our business. If you want your website to be an experience, contact Donna today at 720-248-8431. That's 720-248-8431. Or visit them online to see their work. Use bluezenith.com. We do.
You need more customers, and you need to keep the ones you already have. List That Save My Business is your answer to gaining and retaining clients without cold calling or chasing cold leads. Do business with people who like you and who already trust you. List That Save My Business is the book with easy-to-use checklists to bring more of the right customers into your sales process. Buy your copy of List That Save My Business from Amazon.com. These lists will save your business. Buy your copy of List That Save My Business today and grow your business the Experience Pros way.
A public service message from Call to Recycle. Hi, this is Richard Karn. Recycling your old cell phone is a great thing to do for the environment. Visit calltorecycle.com or call toll-free 877-2-RECYCLE.
Dana Lash, tonight at 6 on KLZ 560.
The Experience Pros Radio Show, home of the original Fan Braggin' Fridays. Take just 20 seconds to become a revolutionary by sharing a fan bragging story of great customer service on Facebook.com/Experience Pros. Now, back to Angel and Eric, the Experience Pros.
Welcome back to the Experience Pros Radio Show. Thanks so much for taking time out of your day to join us for hours. Hey, wouldn't you love to be a little more attractive? I know I sure would.
Well, when it comes to business, there is an art to attracting business. And we brought in our expert today, Joe Calloway. He helps entrepreneurs, owners, and leaders improve their performance and grow their businesses. He is the executive in residence for the Belmont University Center for Entrepreneurship in Nashville, Tennessee. And he is our expert guest today. Joe, welcome to the Experience Pros Radio Show.
Well, thank you for having me.
Joe, fantastic to have you on the show today. Let's start out with asking a fundamental question, and that is, if I really want to influence somebody into doing business with me, what's the magic bean? What's the most powerful thing that I can know in order to say, come on over to my side?
Here's the magic bean, and you gave me the best setup in the world. right before you came back in from the break, when the spot played, what was it, the customer bragging on Facebook?
We call it fan bragging.
Fan bragging. Okay, that's it. See, people tend to think that the internet, I loved what you guys were talking about before the break. I thought, oh my gosh, they started the interview without me. Because what you were talking about is everything that's in magnetic. Here's the thing. People say, I've got to be on social media, and it's what I put on my website. Well, of course social media is important. Of course your website is important, but it's what your customers say about you on social media, on Facebook, on Yelp. That's what drives new business to you. Virtually everybody goes to the internet today to check out whoever they're thinking about doing business with. And so the key is, how do you get your customers to say good things about you to work to?
That is the $1 million question, Joe. Do you have the answer?
Yeah, here's the answer. And the thing is, there's no shortcut. The answer is you do what it takes in terms of creating a customer experience to have people say, oh my gosh, that was amazing. Because then they'll go on the internet. And in the book, I break it down. One of the tips is to say, look, let me simplify my strategy to this. What are the 3 things that if I get these 3 things right every single day, all day long with every customer, it will inevitably drive positive word of mouth, and that will create growth for my business. And so I give lots of examples of how different companies and different entrepreneurs have approached coming up with those 3 things. But that's a big part of it, is to simplify the way you think about your business so that you're doing the things that truly matter most.
Well, thank you so much for writing the book. Our listeners can grab a copy of Magnetic online before we end this interview with Joe. All right, so we talked about, with social media, and we know that how to use it. We know as users, we go online and we're reading and we're having these conversations. But as the business vendor, I think we have not yet tapped into how do we use this effectively to participate in that conversation? Because I think we're still just doing old school pushing techniques.
You've really nailed it. We are doing old school. What we're doing is we're trying to apply, boy, you said it perfectly. We're trying to apply these old school rules to an entirely new arena, a new environment. And I think, and of course, this has been said a million times, but it's so true that the effective way to use social media, number one, as I said earlier, have your customers saying great things about you on social media. But the trick is to start conversations. I think the goal is to engage, not to preach to things to, but to have conversations with. Whenever I tweet, whenever I go on Facebook, whenever I go on LinkedIn, what I'm trying to do is start a conversation. And the more successful I am at that, it almost inevitably shows up, it ripples down and affects my business in a positive way.
All right, Joe. Now, in the book, Magnetic, you have a chapter on what you call the best idea ever.
It's a hiring angel, right?
Well, mine would be the second best idea.
Gotcha. All right.
Let me tell you, the best idea ever is straight out of the Bob Berg School of Doing Business.
Come on now.
The best idea ever is the win-win strategy, which is the oldest idea in the world. Unfortunately, not nearly as used as it should be. And it's simply this. It's very, very rare that it makes sense for me to be adversarial. In almost any situation in business, the thing that is in my own best personal self-interest is to focus on how can I help the other person win. That's true of customers. It's true of vendors. It's true of my business partners. If you leave a legacy, a trail of win-win relationships, then all of that comes back to you so many times over that you can't even keep up with it. And I love that you guys were referencing Bob Berg because it just aligns perfectly with the way Bob.
Joe, you seems like you align perfectly.
We've found our tribe. All of those of us who get that the customer thing.
Said that they were very proud of their 24-hour response policy. And I said, well, that wouldn't work for Live. And they said, well, where do you live? I said, the dream.
Right.
Do you ever get
Nobody waits 24 hours.
Those been somebody a voicemail? They're like, I smells, 3 days. I'm like, okay, bye-bye.
Can I get your permission to use that? Follow up with you.
Yeah, they can contact me on my phone.
mortgage loan originator at door.state.co.us.
If you rely on networking to build your business, you need Renovate. If you are sick of waste management, will help you renovate. Renovate is revolutionary training that elevates your networking and supercharges your networking to get real results.
Fluff It Up service for home decorating. She takes what I already have and just enough to fluff it up. Call Helene to get fluffed up at 720-233-7302. Helene's Designs is a full-service design firm that helps you turn your dreams into a reality. Call Helene's Designs today at 720-233-7302 or check out the before and after pictures online at helenesdesigns.com.
Home Care Assistance Denver is the leading provider of 24/7 live-in care for your aging loved ones. From hospice to dementia care, hourly or around the clock, Home Care Assistance Denver is here to help. They offer free senior lifestyle and brain health education workshops from Denver to Fort Collins and welcome you and your family to join. For workshop information, call 720-443-3371 or homecareassistancedenver.com. They're changing the way the world ages.
Landlords, listen up. If you have investment property, you need Legacy Properties PM. Devin Bewley will absolutely get you the highest rent possible, handle every imaginable emergency, and make sure that your property is well cared for. He visits every property regularly and knows that he's working for you. Legacy Properties PM, where their promise to you is simple. If your property isn't earning you money, you owe them nothing. There's nothing to lose. 720-989-1996. Mention Experience Pros and they'll waive the first month's management fee.
Do you wish your career was moving along a different path? Do you ever feel like your business owns you when it really should be the other way around? Do you feel like this isn't the life you thought you'd be living? Well, you're not alone. Sandy Corrigan has a system that helps people create careers worth having, businesses worth owning, that results in lives worth living. Call or text Sandy Corrigan today at 303-907-1010. That's 303-907-1010. It's worth the phone call.
There's only one place on the dial for you to share your stories of great customer service, and that's Fan Braggin' Friday on the Experience Pros Radio Show. Every Friday, the phone lines are open for you to call and tell the world who's getting it right in business. Call 855-FAN-BRAG and change the way people treat people in business. You can post your stories every day on the Experience Pros Facebook page and call in on Fridays for Fan Braggin' Friday at 855-326-2724. 855-FAN-BRAG. Tell Eric and Angel and then tell the world about Fan Braggin' Friday.
Hey, sweetie, what's going on?
Well, honey, I have some news.
Okay, what?
All that training paid off. I got the job.
Oh, I knew you would get it. So when do you start?
When you donate stuff to Goodwill, you help provide job training for people right here in your community. Goodwill. Donate stuff, create jobs. Find your nearest donation center at goodwill.org. A message from Goodwill and the Ad Council.
Art Bell, tonight at 10 on KLZ 560.
The Experience Pros Radio Show, where small business is big business and your business is our business. Follow them on twitter.com/experiencepros. Now, back to Angel and Eric, the Experience Pros.
That's me. Oh, well, maybe not.
Oh, it's brutal.
Welcome back to the Experience Pros Radio Show. And listen up, if you have a computer, you've got issues that you don't even know about. We're going to talk to you about those and the costly misconceptions about maintaining and even repairing those computers.
Our expert guest is Matt Chisenhall, the founder and CEO of Mattchis Technologies. And Matt is not your typical IT guy. His goal for Mattchis Technologies is to transform the way IT service providers are perceived and how IT services are delivered to the everyday customer. He's created his IT firm not only to offer the highest level of products and services at the most affordable price, but to deliver services in a manner which is reliable, efficient, scalable, friendly, and understandable to all of his customers. Matt, welcome to the Experience Pros Radio Show.
Thank you. Glad to be here.
Matt, fantastic to have you. Listen, in our office at Experience Pros, we have 75% MacBook Pro computers, right, by Apple. And then there's the one guy. Right. But we don't talk about him so much. 75% all Apple products. Nothing could possibly go wrong, right?
That is a big misconception, actually. A lot can go wrong, and that's our number one misconception. Most people think, I haven't had a problem with my computer. I don't need it maintained or maintained. And it's kind of like, I use the analogy, it's like, I've never been in an accident before in my car, so I shouldn't really wear a seatbelt. Right.
Oh.
Right. So
it's a great analogy, by the way.
Yeah. So you kind of want to make sure that, overall that you're patching and updating, and there are viruses out there for Mac. They're not very many.
That's what we hear.
They're still out there.
Yeah, listen up. Word to the wise. Put on your seatbelt.
Right. Like the biggest failure that you can have on any computer is your hard drive.
Right.
And if you're not backing that up, or so-called having your seatbelt on, and getting that train wreck of an issue, you're out of business.
Well, and that in our office, the Wi-Fi, the router is a technological nightmare.
Yeah.
Oh.
All right. So, we don't think that we need, it's kind of like going to the dentist. We don't think that we need it until something's broken, something hurts, something bad happened to our computer. So what does the monitoring and the maintenance, what does that help us prevent?
Well, it's actually a proactive. Okay. So instead of being reactive to a situation, 90% of most businesses have that on-call IT guy.
Sure.
When something breaks, they call them.
Right.
We take a different stance. We're more proactive in our support. So having that maintenance and having that ongoing relationship with our client helps us be able to better reroute, so to speak, disasters coming. So if there's a disaster coming its way, we can be more proactive with the client and say, hey, your hard drive's looking a little bad right now. We need to get your data off there. We need to get you on a loaner machine or get you on something in place of that machine until we can get you back on your feet.
And you have the hard drive has the ability to tell you when it's starting to act a little wonky?
With our tools, we're able to tell.
Because he's the professional. We can't, but he can.
Well, wait a minute.
It's like that fancy computer you take your car to.
My neighbor's kid, my brother-in-law, the office manager, they know a little thing or two about computer stuff. Why can't I just have them fix it up?
That's one of the second misconception we have a lot, and we see this day in and day out, the so-called guru, the part-timer. And really, do you want to have somebody maintaining your network or computers that's a part-timer, that is doing other things like the office manager or someone else in your organization that's not qualified to actually work on those computers? In the event that something does go wrong, it could be more costly with someone that's not certified or understanding how to maintain or perform functions on the computer that prolongs the life than it is just to hire somebody like us. So it's kind of that same adage, you pay for what you get.
Sure. And I think that's one of those things, when you think about your IT person, your computer tech, aren't they all going to do the same thing? Turn it on, turn it back off, Control-Alt-Delete, and see if that fixes it?
A lot of times they do that, yeah. And 90% of the time when you start doing that, you're just band-aiding the situation. You're not actually fixing the problem.
Oh, okay. All right.
It's about going in and understanding why it's doing that and how to prevent that problem from happening in the future.
Sure.
Again.
So if you're putting Band-Aids constantly over and over again, there's a bigger problem at the source, and it's just brewing and probably getting worse.
Correct.
All right. Matt, what's the third misconception? What are people getting wrong on a regular basis?
Well, we see a lot of companies when they go look for an IT, they think all IT is equal, right? They're all, you're an IT company, you're the same. That's a huge misconception because kind of go on the coattails of the last guest you had. Response times is huge. And especially when you're having a computer issue.
Sure.
So if you have an IT firm that calls you back 2 days later, that's unacceptable. So we like to say here at Mattchis Technology, we measure our support in minutes, not hours. So we're going to get back to you within minutes of the problem when you open something with us. So, and also, you look at, if they misdiagnose something, that's a huge issue. It's more costly in the long run than having, so that you're actually paying them to misdiagnose your issue.
Oh.
Yeah. So it's a big waste of money.
Right. Yeah, that is, right?
So over time, you look at that, you're spending more money on somebody that's kind of just figuring it out versus someone who already knows what to do.
And when we talk about somebody just figuring it out versus somebody who knows exactly what to do, Matt has actually traveled all across the country with the president to ensure all his IT-related needs were met. Has also helped build a $5 million data center for the medical industry and a co-founder for very large computers. So I mean,
of the United States?
Yes, of the United States.
Holy cow. I'm gonna straighten up my tie.
Right? So, when we think about our business, and yes, you could just have, Eric be your IT guy. You can have the office manager. And I think a lot of times we do just put a little Band-Aid over it and think, it's a computer. I mean, what else? It's just going to run and do its thing. But you get somebody who is actually an expert and very qualified in knowing what to look for and actually preparing and serving your business. As we grow up, we don't want to just be a little hobby business, right? And even if we are running what looks to be a small operation, small office, not a ton of employees, but we want to actually be perceived in the and be competitive in the professional world. And our IT is really the part that keeps us relevant, right?
That's correct.
And without it, we got nothing.
Most businesses can't operate without computers.
Indeed. All right. What's the next misconception?
So a lot of people think they can just shop around, call on the phone and ask, hey, what's your price?
Right.
And if any IT firm gives you a price over the phone, run.
Be careful, huh?
Yeah. It's kind of like calling the doctor and saying, hey, I'm feeling a little sick, and then them prescribing you medicine over the phone, right? You don't want to do that. You want to make sure that someone comes on site, takes a look at what you have, because every different business has different needs. So giving a price over the phone is someone that wants to get in the door quickly and then rack up the price as fast as they can. So you want to look for somebody that does flat rate pricing, someone that could come in and give you more of a tailored service to your business than something that's.
Did you say we want to look for somebody who does flat rate pricing?
Flat rate pricing, yeah.
Is good?
Is good.
Okay, so why can't I call you up and say, what's your flat rate?
That's because every situation is different. So your flat rate may be different, but depending on what you have.
So it's flat rate depending on the service instead of flat rate, one size fits all.
There is no one size fits all in IT.
Okay, that makes sense to me. All right.
So that's, when you look in the respects of in the IT world, there's a lot of people that say, oh, we'll come out and fix your computer for $100, but they really don't know what's wrong with the computer.
Right. Until they open it up, till they look at it and get inside, right?
The fine print says that pieces, parts, and extra labor.
And travel.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Well, we are talking to Matt Chisenhall, the founder and CEO of Mattchis Technologies. You can find them online at mattchis.net, Mattchis. It's mattchis.net. And what's the best number for our listeners to get in touch with you, Matt?
If you're local, it's 303-353-1877. Or we have a toll-free number, which is 184-HELP-DESK.
184-HELP-DESK. And because of the technology industry these days, a lot of times you can do some things virtually. Is that correct?
Yes. 90% of what we can do is virtualized. So we can be able to, if you call us and you're an existing client of ours, because we have to know your network before diagnosing anything.
Sure.
But yeah, we can go in remotely and work on your computer. And it takes away the hassle of having someone to drive out there and waste 30 minutes to an hour while you're sitting there with a problem.
Yeah.
We can get in and 2 minutes.
And right now, I'm having a problem right now, and you're my IT guy.
Absolutely. All right. Chisenhall. That's Mattchis.net. Mattchis.net. Locally here in the Denver area, 303-353-1877, right?
That's
and
correct.
then don't forget the 84 help desk number, because that's going to help you as well nationally. Matt, thanks so much for being here with us.
Thank you for having me.
We truly appreciate it. Folks, don't go anywhere. When we come back, more positive business talk. It's the Experience Pros Radio Show. This is your home of nothing but the best in business.
The Experience Pros, revolutionizing the way people treat people in business.
Attention business owners. If you're waiting 30 to 60 days or more to get paid, Riviera Finance can turn your invoices into immediate cash flow. Let them help. Their process is simple and no debt is created. Riviera Finance is located right here in Denver. They've been helping companies across the U.S. for over 40 years. So if you bill on credit but need better cash flow, call Jack Loudon at Riviera Finance now at 303-409-7706. That's 303-409-7706. Or visit RivieraFinance.com.
If printing is an essential part of your business day, then RMK Cartridge is your lifeline to success. Hi, this is Eric, and Angel and I wouldn't think of running our business without having RMK Cartridge on our speed dial. Remanufactured ink and toner cartridges are just the beginning. Free delivery and award-winning service coupled with 30 to 50% savings over original manufacturer products means that we're saving time, money, and space in the landfill all at once. Treat your printer to the best. Contact the guys at RMK Cartridge at 303-781-2076 or on the web at rmkcartridge.com.
Hi, this is Angel, and I want you to picture this. You're driving home after soccer practice. Your little girl is sitting in the back seat, and the radio is gently playing your favorite music. Your car is your world for the moment, and your world is safe because Nyland's Collision Center wouldn't cut corners on the quality of parts when they fixed that fender bender last month. NYLUNDS collision.com. No one knows your car better. The safety of your whole world is in their hands. Visit nylandscollision.com or call them at 303-761-9219.
Imagine having a business partner watch over your computer systems day and night, actively responding to changing needs in your environment, helping make sure things run fast and smooth, protecting your valuable information. With availability, our managed services platform, C-Squared Computer Consulting can provide 24/7 monitoring, manage updates, and optimize your systems. Let C-Squared be your business partner. Call us at 303-933-1113. Mention Experience Pros, and we'll waive the setup fee.
You've had it with the big box print shops and online printing companies. Sure, they offer cheap services, and that's what you get, cheap service. Isn't it about time you found someone who not only made you look good, but also makes you feel good? Award-winning PrintingDoneQuickly.com offers the highest level of concierge service without the concierge price. PrintingDoneQuickly.com, where we serve your business as we wish to be served, and quickly too. That's PrintingDoneQuickly.com.
SharpNet Solutions has been optimizing websites for over 16 years, since before Google was even a company. Hi, this is Eric, and I want you to let that sink in for a moment. SharpNet Solutions has been helping hundreds of small businesses get found on the search engines since before Google became Google. They're one of the most affordable SEO firms in the country, and if you tell them Experience Pros sent you, you'll get up to 50% off of your SEO services. Still wonder if they can help you? Google Experience Pros. We use them. 303-900-4988. That's 303-900-4988 or sharpnetsolutions.com.
Orange Theory Fitness at Parker and Arapahoe is the official fitness sponsor of the Experience Pros radio show. This is Angel, and Orange Theory is the energizing group fitness concept that is sweeping the nation. Experience the orange effect at the location Eric and I work out at. It's Orange Theory Fitness at Parker and Arapahoe Road. You'll see more energy, visible toning, and extra calorie burn for up to 36 hours after your workout. Call for a free Saturday session at 303-645-4290. That's 303-645-4290. We'll see you at Orange Theory Fitness at Parker and Arapahoe Road.
Advertising is really effective, especially for small business. Turn your company into a household name by advertising on the Experience Pros radio show. We'll help you build a trusted reputation with the professionals who listen to the program. You'll connect with the right audience and at the right price. Advertise with the Experience Pros radio show. Sign up at experiencepros.com and put your brand on the tip of your customer's tongue. Sign up today and start advertising with the Experience Pros at experiencepros.com.
I started going cold turkey. Well, at least when I'm in the car.
I know I shouldn't do it, but it's so hard to stop. That's why I hide it from myself, so I won't be tempted.
I used to do it all the time. I stopped by locking it in my glove compartment.
My friend used to do it way too much. Now I turn it off when we're in the car.
My solution is simple. I just don't do it. There are lots of ways to stop yourself and others from texting and driving. How will you stop? Tell us at stoptextstoprex.org. Brought to you by the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration and the Ad Council.
The Laura Ingraham Show, weekday mornings at 8 on KLZ 560.
The experienced pros want to help you get your business right. Have you joined the revolution? Visit meetup.com/therevolution and become a business revolutionary. And now, back to Eric and Angel on the Experienced Pros Radio Show.
No. It wasn't the 4th of July. It was the day after Black Friday.
Small Business Saturday is coming, and it is the day after Black Friday. Started several years ago with a lot of input from the American Express team in marketing to help those small businesses. So, you think about Black Friday, right? We're all going to the big box stores, and you're sleeping overnight, to get the best deals.
You know who you are.
And but then, using Saturday to support those local companies, those small mom and pop shops that don't have the 42-inch TV for $2, that you can give away. And even the whole infrastructure of that whole Black Friday shopping weekend is changing. Seeing the big stores open on Thanksgiving and getting the backlash from the community, and now they're being they're closed on Thanksgiving, which is awesome. But before we start on this Small Business Saturday conversation, Eric, I just want to give a shout out. There's a lot of people behind the scenes of Experienced Pros that put this radio show together.
Absolutely.
And of course, Charlie, our producer, putting really fun music and bringing this whole thing together. He just works himself just raw, making sure the show goes off without a hitch, and it's just perfect every single day. But then Cher, bringing in all of our guests and making sure everybody's well taken care of, and then making sure that we have hot drinks in the studio when we want that. So I just want to do a quick little shout out to our team.
Give a nod also to our BizTip company as well. We've got folks coast to coast taking care of the show and sharing the positive business talk as well. Good stuff.
Absolutely.
All right, so Small Business Saturday's coming.
It is. And we're going to talk to you about how you can use social media. Yes, social media. Create a strategy with social media to have, create some business success for Small Business Saturday. Now, we're talking specifically about Small Business Saturday. However, this is something you can implement for every day of the week.
Yes.
Found a fun little article, of course, on the open forum with American Express. But they talked about the value of using social media is really a two-pronged approach. Okay. And that is, one, you're helping new customers find your business, right? People who have never heard of you before are now discovering you online. And then secondly, maintaining engagement with your existing followers. So yes, you're attracting new, but it allows us a way to really engage with those people that are already fans.
Now, the first tip that they offer is, it may sound a little counterintuitive, but it really is one of the best ways to attract customers on social media. So get ready for this. You ready? Stop selling.
Stop selling. It's a social media. It's a conversation. It's it's interaction. They're just discovering you. They're not ready for your hard pitch sales pitches yet. Really, the selling happens on your website.
Yep.
The social media is a way to attract and engage, right? And so then if you're actually going to do any selling, it's a way to get them over to your website, which is where you take people through your sales process.
Social media is not a live billboard. Buy me, buy me, buy me.
She says, instead, think of yourself as a content curator.
Oh, I like that.
A publisher of interesting information that relates to your area of expertise. For example, post stories and photographs about working with your customers. Maybe photos or descriptions of how a particular installation thing is. She does art in this conversation.
Well, here's one of the things that I love the most. She says, I'm always thinking about sharing an article or something about, get this, another business, something of value.
We had earlier Joe Calloway talking about his book Magnetic, and he says one of the best things that you can do to get other people to engage with people is get them to talk about you. And so talking about other people's businesses online and fan bragging and testimonials and sharing is a key element to social media. And remember, your brand is following all of those posts. So, so how do you do that? How do you actually engage? And how do you become that curator? She says, tell your story.
Stories are sticky. Everybody everybody has one. Everybody wants to listen to one. And more often than not, everybody wants to repeat one.
Yeah, she says your product or service may be terrific, but customers who shop at small businesses enjoy having a story to tell about their experience. We've all seen the memes that say, when you shop at a small business, it's $50 a month at a local store, changes their world, right?
They're not buying a Mercedes and padding their 401k. They're putting their kids through school. And they're putting food on the table.
And right. And, supporting the local softball team. And so it does really make a difference. But it's those stories. So tell your story and give those that shop with you a reason to want to share that story again.
Be small and be proud of it. You have the flexibility and the mobility, the nimbleness, if you will, to manipulate, and manipulate's the wrong word, to affect decision making at an instant level that the big major corporations simply they're not that graceful.
No, it doesn't have to go to a boardroom. It doesn't have to go up the chain and back down the chain. It's you getting to make those decisions. And so be proud that you are a small business. There's a lot of people that do business with small companies simply because you're small. When it comes to social media, you need to know your channels.
That's right.
And so figure out where the social media channels are. Or that you thrive on. You don't have to do them all. I always recommend, if you're not big into social media yet, pick one or two.
Just one, two.
Get really good at it.
Yeah.
And she says that she recommends investing about 25% of her day is what she spends on social media marketing. 25% of her day. Now, I know a lot of people that say, oh, that social media, it's a time suck.
You're probably already doing it, but you're probably not being intentional about the way you're investing it.
She says, yeah, you have to figure out how to use them. You need to learn how to use the different channels because they are all different. Yeah. Twitter's different than Instagram, that's different than Pinterest, that's different than LinkedIn, is different from Facebook.
Think about this. 25% of an 8-hour business day is 2 hours. And of course, in your 8-hour business day, you're going to squeeze in your 1 hour lunch and your couple half-hour breaks or whatever. But your 2 hours, you're probably spending well more than 2 hours a day on your social media already, but you're not being intentional for using it specifically to your business marketing.
Have a strategy and that you are using it for marketing and that you're using that every single day.
And then we say go up to the top and remember that one of the most effective strategies is to share an article or talk about somebody else in business, not about you.
Absolutely. So attract more businesses, let more people know that you exist, and make sure social media is a part of your small business Saturday strategy.
It's good stuff.
Say that again.
No, thank you for the open forum. We appreciate AmericanExpress.com very, very much. Folks, we have to take a quick station ID and get the news and all the other stuff that happens at the top of the hour. But the good news is we've got a whole nother hour of positive business talk just ahead. If you like this show, can we encourage you to share it with other people? And don't hesitate to call us on Fridays.
This has been the Experience Pros Radio Show with business revolutionaries Angel Tussey and Eric Raymer. For more information, you can contact Experience Pros by calling 720-344-2446 or visit them on the web at experiencepros.com, facebook.com/experiencepros, and twitter.com/experiencepros. What are you waiting for? Join the revolution.
Haystack Help Radio with Scott Wadley, today at noon on KLZ 560.
Hi, this is Scott Watley. Join me weekdays from noon to 1 for Haystack Help Radio. We'll help with consumer problems, give you quality business referrals, let you know about the latest scams, and we'll also give great help for seniors. Weekdays, noon to 1 for Haystack Help Radio. Check out our website, haystackhelpradio.com.
KLZ AM 560, KLZ HD Denver. Listen live at KLZ560radio.com. KLZ 560, a Crawford Broadcasting God and Country station.
This is USA Headline News. I'm Melody Burkett. The third Republican presidential debate will take over prime time tonight. Candidate Jeb Bush tells Fox News he will be going heavy against frontrunner Donald Trump.
Could be opportunities to do it if he talks about protectionism, if he talks about a pessimistic worldview, which I don't share.
CNBC will air the event live from Boulder, Colorado at 8 p.m. Eastern. The main debate stage will feature new frontrunner Ben Carson, Donald Trump, Marco Rubio, Jeb Bush, Carly Fiorina, Ted Cruz, Mike Huckabee, Chris Christie, John Kasich, and Rand Paul. There's a report the deputy who was caught on camera slamming a South Carolina high school student to the floor will lose his job. NBC News reports Richland County Sheriff's Deputy Ben Fields will be relieved of duty. Videos of the incident show the white deputy flipping over the black female student as she sat at her desk. You're listening to USA Headline News. I'm Melody Burkett.
You hear that, kid? That's the hum of a well-run facility. You know what I hate hearing? Silence. Silence on a production line means downtime. Downtime means wasted time. Wasted time means wasted money. Silence isn't golden, kid. It's deadly. That's why I love Grainger. With a wide variety of the latest products, Grainger gets us what we need when we need it to help keep this place up and running and humming away. Get it? Got it? Good. Call clickgrainger.com or stop by. Grainger. The ones who get it done.
Did you know the government is scheming to seize your retirement and bank accounts? Hi, David Fisher, CEO of Landmark Capital Gold Group. Get the facts in a white paper called How to Protect Your Retirement and Bank Accounts from Government Seizure. Transfer your 401k or IRA into physical gold and silver and take possession with no tax liability. Call Landmark Capital at 844-715-9411. That's 844-715-9411 or landmarkgold.com.
KLZ Denver.
Hey everybody, it's Eric and Angel from the Experience Pros radio show coming up right after your Ericisms and Angelosophies. Can you hear me now?
Can I hear you now? Well, don't talk mean to me.
Mean?
Mean?
No. I would never say anything mean to you.
You probably wouldn't, but would you ever say anything mean to you? All right, we're going to talk about self-talk a little bit, right? You wouldn't go around saying mean things to other people, right? People that you care about, people that you're trying to encourage and lift up.
So why in the world would you talk about yourself in those terms, even if it's only in your head?
Well, we all have those mean girls or lizard brain or whatever you want to call it going around, poopy heads. And they're our own voices telling us, you can't do that. You're not good enough. You're lazy. You're late. You eat too much. You don't eat enough. You don't exercise enough.
3 days left to the end of the month, and there's no way I'm going to hit my goals.
You know, we self-talk and self-sabotage ourselves all day long. Our friend Dr. Shad Helmstetter with What to Say When You Talk to Yourself talks about the fact that your brain believes what you tell it.
They call it neuroplasticity, and if it surprises you that I know that word,
it surprises him too.
Yep.
But what we say, our brain believes. So if you tell yourself that you're not successful, that you're lazy, that you're never going to get anywhere in life, you do that over and over again. I mean, you wouldn't tell that to your children. You wouldn't say that to your coworkers. You wouldn't say that to people you care about.
So stop saying it to yourself. Replace it with something positive.
You are successful. You know, I have these mantras that I actually put in they're posted on my nightstand, and it says that I'm bright-eyed and I'm excited and, you know, and just different things. I don't have it memorized.
But you believe them.
But reminders every day, and you say them out loud and tell yourself, because think about this, you truly are a success. You have accomplished great things. You know, that deal that you worked so hard to get, you actually got it. That was amazing. The fact that you are still in business, that's amazing.
Absolutely. So keep talking to yourself in positive terms. Yes, you still have 3 days left to achieve your goals this month. Go get it done.
We believe in you. Now tell yourself that you believe in yourself as well.
All kinds of cool things happening on the Experience Pros calendar. Boy, you got to check it out. experiencepros.com/calendar, including this coming Thursday, November 5th. That's, about a week from today or tomorrow.
Right. No, so a week from today, we're actually hosting our networking potluck.
Oh, that's right.
In 1 week on Wednesday, November 4th at Water to Wine. So the potluck open to the public. Find that on our Experience Pros calendar.
Then the next day, November 5th, from 4:30 to 6:30 p.m., our friends over at Portico are putting on the Business Growth Networking. What a fantastic networking event that's going to be.
We just found out that Experience Pros was named one of the best networking groups in Denver. And so check it all out. You can find it at the Experience Pros calendar, also on our meetup page.
And do you have your airline tickets and registration for VIV, the event. Vision is Victory, the event in Scottsdale, Arizona this January.
I'll tell you what, it seems like it's so far away and you haven't committed yet, but we want you to put it on your calendar. Join us. We're emceeing. You're blowing some wind there?
Oh, I'm blowing them off the fence.
Oh, if you're on the fence, go and check it out at infinitenation.com. Get your airline tickets and your registration today.
All right. We'll see you in Arizona. But before that happens, guess what? Another real live episode of the Experience Pros radio show coming next.
Hi, I'm Michelle. Take it from me. Calling 811 before you dig, get your underground utility lines marked for free. It prevents outages, legal hassles, and injury. I should know. Call 811 because safe digging is no accident.
John Rush during the afternoon rush. Today at 3. Now back to the Experience Pros on KLZ 560.
You're listening to the Experience Pros radio show, where business revolutionaries Angel Tussey and Eric Raymer, best-selling authors of Lists That Saved My Business, and founders of Experience Pros University, are inspiring you to get your business right. Let's join Angel and Eric for today's program.
Welcome to the Experience Pros radio show with Angel and Eric. Very nice to have you along with us today. We're here to remind you that small business is big business, and your business is our business. And you know that historically throughout the lifetime of my family, that Monopoly is a full contact sport, yes?
Yes, it is. You've never played Monopoly and had the full Monopoly experience until you have played with Eric and his family.
Or you could go to Branson, Missouri, where they have a Monopoly tournament every year. And
They have a Monopoly tournament?
Right? Now, Angel earned her nickname.
Ruth.
Ruth.
Eric said I was ruthless
She is
because I
ruthless.
wouldn't let him cheat.
No,
And
no,
I caught on to how the rules of the game were played.
She did catch on, and then she began to cheat ruthlessly.
You know what, though? I just learned the new rules of the game. You know, when I was a kid, we actually had to stop playing Monopoly because my brother once threw the board. I got so mad.
Perfect. Branson, Missouri.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
And they've got a tournament.
A Monopoly tournament.
Right?
How exciting. So they have instead of the little plastic pieces.
I don't know what they got except for it's a Monopoly
Is
tournament.
it real money?
John Litton, he's 69 years old. John Litton was asked to sit out from this year's tournament after he allegedly engaged in unsportsmanlike conduct during last year's game.
What was his unsportsmanlike conduct? Was he hiding dollars in his sock?
It does no, that's not unsportsmanlike.
Oh.
That's just strategy, baby.
Uh-huh.
But no. He was asked to. We don't know what he did last year, but it was unsportsmanlike.
Unsportsmanlike.
Someone threw the flag, right?
Mm-hmm.
So he showed up for this year's Monopoly tournament, and he was kindly asked to sit this year out. I'm sorry, but after you did whatever it is you did.
They didn't tell him before he got there?
Penalty is,
You just
I'm
have to
sorry,
watch.
you cannot do that. Well,
You sit in the corner and
like that.
think about what you did.
He didn't like that very much, and so he decided to get physical. Like so many different Monopoly games, it descended into a brawl, and the police had to be called. Yes, you know the rest of the story.
He sent directly to jail.
Do not pass go.
Do not collect $200.
Yes, he went straight to jail.
Oh, but did he get to roll the dice? And if he got,
he did. No, this is a different kind of game. There's no money in the middle of the board, and there is no get out of jail.
it is so funny to play Monopoly with other people because of our house rules. Everybody plays it a little differently, right? We all have, if you roll doubles 3 times, you get the pot, the money in the pot in the middle.
Yeah, we all play it differently.
I don't know what all the house rules are, but
the biggest challenge was bringing that entire story, knowing that I did not tell you the punchline that I was going for, and any second I thought you were going to give it away.
Which was what?
You did not go to jail. You went to jail.
You went directly to
did
jail.
Not pass go. All that.
Oh, I like that.
Yeah. Let's shift gears and talk a little bit about some culinary excellence, shall we?
Culinary excellence. So you've been cooking in your rice cooker again?
No, but I'll
Eric
tell you what.
did bring in a crock pot into the office.
I did bring a crock pot into the office, and I'm now thinking about swapping out for the rice cooker because the rice cooker is much faster. But no, here's by the way, if you
the rice cooker spits.
What?
Spits.
No, ma'am, it does not. No, you're filling it up too much.
Am I?
Yeah. Folks, if you're interested, I did start a group on Facebook, and anywhere across the country you can join the group. It's called Raymer's Rice Cooker Chronicles, and it's got recipes for rice cookers. You can cook wings, you can cook potatoes, you can cook spaghetti, you can cook
anything. And the best thing is you get home from work, you throw all the ingredients in the rice cooker, you go and do a half an hour of yoga, and you come back and dinner's ready. I love it.
Yeah, it was an amazing thing.
And it was up so nice.
We digress for just a moment.
Oh, sorry, you had your culinary.
Let's go on this thing because it did. You were my biggest skeptic. You were like, what's the big deal with the rice cooker? It cooks rice.
I know, I have a rice cooker. I've had a rice cooker for years. It's a unitasker.
No. Pressurized rice cookers these days are so much better. And
I did have to upgrade my rice cooker.
$30 investment for probably the best utility device I've ever had.
I love it. Yep. And it cleans up one pot cooking, like all of that.
It's amazing. And you put raw frozen chicken in, and 35 minutes later, it is completely cooked and very juicy and tender and yummy. But that's not the culinary experience that I'd like to share with you today.
What would you like to share?
Out of Canada, I don't know how to pronounce that. Canada, K-N-A. Canada, Ontario.
Canada.
Does anybody know?
Canada, Ontario.
Up in Canada.
But I don't think it would be Canada.
A Canadian burger joint is getting into the Halloween spirit, and they've offered a burger stuffed with and also topped with Reese's peanut butter cups.
Oh, no, wrong. Reese's peanut butter cups on the side, sure. On your hamburger?
The restaurant, in your hamburger.
In your hamburger?
The restaurant is called The Works, and it's an Ontario-based chain. Says that the Reese PBC, that's peanut butter cup, burger, features the popular candy both stuffed inside the beef patty and spread on top of the meat. It's also topped with onions and bacon to make your experience complete. And
bacon on my Reese's peanut butter cup?
Oh, goodness. Isn't that amazing?
How do you eat your Reese's?
With burger.
With burger.
Oh, gosh. You just slap a piece of cheese on that, and I think we're going all the way.
You don't even like candy.
Let's go all the way.
No, I just don't think so. I love Reese's peanut butter cups.
I do too.
Right?
I love Reese's. I don't eat a lot of them, but
no, I'm not crazy about the Reese's Pieces.
No,
not favorite.
No,
even though M&Ms all the way, but no, don't put peanut butter in my M&Ms.
Well, don't put M&Ms in my peanut butter. Jeez. We really are different.
Okay, it's time for business tips and insights brought to us by our friends over at ALMC Mortgage, where all loans must close.
And they do. You can give them a call at 303-696-6933. Again, 303-696-6933. Accredited business for many, many years. Gold Star winning for many, many years with the Better Business Bureau. And, of course, a legacy member here on the Experience Pros radio show and the Extreme Customer Service Directory.
And licensed in all 50 states. So give ALMC Mortgage a call today if you want to buy a new home or refinance or buy, some rental property, vacation home, all of that. 303-696-6933. All right, so I found a fun little article talking about things that bring you joy. And I think as entrepreneurs, we forget to have a little work-life balance.
Work-life what?
Balance. This is where we do things other than just work.
I'm fascinated. Go ahead.
You are fascinated by
more.
this. And this is something, it's really easy as an entrepreneur, right? We're so passionate. We love what we do. It brings us joy. We can't imagine doing anything else. And yet the sustainability of constantly working, 60 hours, 90 hours, whatever it is a week, eventually takes its toll, not only on our health, but also on our interpersonal relationships as well. And so found some things that could help you just create a little work-life balance, taking 2 hours out of your day.
That's a long time.
I know it is.
To do what?
To do what? Well, here's some ideas. A long walk through your neighborhood.
Oh, yeah.
No? 2 hours with a really good book.
You're getting closer.
How about cooking in the kitchen?
All right. We're moving.
Perfecting your wing recipe or the perfect burger, or the perfect pie crust or whatever, right?
With your lover.
And they say,
is that on the list?
They say uninterrupted writing time.
Writing time?
Writing time, or you're writing,
All that kind of writing.
maybe writing your book or
Right.
writing in your journal or just doing some little, not necessarily writing the content for your blog, because that's not really work-life balance, but writing your book, your story, I think that's a little different. How about this one? They say, trying on clothes that even if they're over your budget, feel amazing to try on and to pretend.
That means you have to go out and pretend at the store.
Right? Go out.
That can get expensive.
You don't have to buy it, but just, dreaming a little
If you
bit.
put those on, you're going to get closer to having to buy it.
I know. This is why I don't go shopping, because I'm fine. I didn't need that. I didn't need it at all. I didn't want it, didn't even know it. But until I walked in and saw those adorable black leather riding boots that happened to just fit only me, now I have to have them.
So can I take it a little aside for just a second? Did you see the Shark Tank episode where the lady who got actually run out by all 5 sharks has a mirror that lies to you? It's a skinny mirror. It's a skinny mirror. And you know who's buying it? Stores.
Oh.
Right? So you look better in those clothes, and her premise is that you feel better about yourself. Okay,
So
that's
I
fine.
actually think I have the skinny mirror. Actually, it's not skinny. I have a mirror
Yeah.
in my house
Yeah.
that I think deceptively makes me look taller than I really am.
There it is.
I think it does. I think there's just something about it, because when
it's
I
the
look
curve.
in it, I think that it really does make me look taller than I truly am. Let's see. Evening spent cuddling and sharing stories.
Yeah,
with your
that's what
partner.
I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. Now you have my full, and on only 2 hours?
2 hours a day.
Okay.
A day, not a week.
Let's settle for that.
2 hours a day, right? 2 hours a day, just filling your soul
Yeah.
with things that aren't work related
Yeah.
every day. Work out,
So good.
enjoy, cocktails with a friend, just sitting and having and just whatever that thing is, but putting that in your calendar and scheduling 2 hours a day.
I know what it is.
What is it?
I'm not going to tell you.
But you know. Oh, it's private.
Right. We have to go.
All right.
I have to
What do you
get
crave?
rid of some of
Put
the-
that in your
I
day.
can't tell you. Folks, we'll be back right after these messages. You're listening to the Experience Pros Radio Network.
The Experience Pros, revolutionizing the way people treat people in business.
Stop calling around looking for the best mortgage rates and call ALMC Mortgage. ALMC Mortgage matches you with the right mortgage for your needs every single time. Now's the right time to finance. Call ALMC Mortgage today at 303-696-6933. 303-696-6933. Check out today's current rates and questions you should ask about your mortgage at almcmortgage.com. almcmortgage.com.
LMB number 100020432. NMLS number 266695. You can check the licensing status of your mortgage loan originator at dora.state.co.us.
Computers. We can't live a moment without them. My friend sent me an email recently saying she was having 99 problems and 97 of them were because of email and technology. I hate it when it doesn't work, but I'm stuck with how to get past the lockups, the slow retrieval, and lost data. This is what Binkley IT specializes in, all your computer quirks and hangups. They'll take care of you, and often they can do it remotely. Call our friends at Binkley IT and solve your IT puzzle one piece at a time. Call 720-254-1057, 720-254-1057. And if your computer is still working, look them up online at binkleyit.com.
At Bumper Doc Denver, they understand that cloudy, dirty, or discolored headlights put your family's safety at risk every day. October is National Headlight Safety Month, and Bumper Doc Denver is running a Saturday special on headlight cleaning. On Saturdays, they'll restore your headlights to bright, shiny, and safer condition for only $60. That's 30% off. Space is limited and appointments are necessary. Call Bumper Doc Denver to reserve your spot today. 303-369-7292. That's 303-369-7292.
Boom! That's what you're looking for out of your professional networking events, and that's what Boom delivers. Create great business relations and build power partner connections the 4th or 5th Monday of the month at Bar Louie in Westminster from 6 to 8 p.m. Every event is sold out, so get your tickets for the next one today at boomcolorado.com. That's boomcolorado.com. Want more? How about quarterly training seminars? Boom! Network with great people. boomcolorado.com.
Hey, diehards, this is Angel, and I want you to join me on Thanksgiving morning for the Highlands Ranch Chamber 5K. It starts with a pancake breakfast provided by our friends from the Colorado National Guard and finishes with fun activities. I'll let you guess what they'll be serving in the beer garden. The race starts at 9 a.m. on Thanksgiving morning, and you'll be finished and energized enough to eat the whole turkey. Sign up for the early bird price online at td5k.com. That's TD5K.com to save $10. It's all brought to you by the Highlands Ranch Chamber and Furniture Row. TD5K.com.
Friends, there are very few things more important to your business than the way it's viewed and used on the internet. Your website is the gateway to your entire sales process, and here at Experience Pros, we trust Donna Galassi and Blue Zenith Web Design to make our website more than just a brochure for our business. If you want your website to be an experience, contact Donna today at 720-248-8431. That's 720-248-8431, or visit them online to see their work. Use bluezenith.com. We do.
Random online searching is one way to find a good company, but an even better way is to choose the companies that are listed on the Extreme Customer Service Directory. This elite list of companies have one thing in common. They offer extreme customer service. Their customers are bragging about them, and that's what sets them apart. Trust the companies listed on the Extreme Customer Service Directory to take care of you. Extreme Customer Service Directory at experiencepros.com/directory. experiencepros.com/directory.
John Rush during the afternoon rush, today at 3. Now back to the Experience Pros on KLZ 560.
The Experience Pros want to help you get your business right. Have you joined the revolution? Visit meetup.com/The Revolution and become a business revolutionary. And now, back on the Experience Show.
Right here on the Experience Pros Radio Show. Do you know the 3 Ps?
The 3 Ps
of business.
I do know the 3 Ps of business. Learned it several years ago from our business coach, James Fisher, with the Growth Curve Institute.
Right.
And talking about the 3 Ps in business and how as your business grows, you're going to focus on one key area at a time. And the 3 Ps are your people, your processes, and your profit. And you think, well,
powerful.
Well, I should always be focusing on profit, or I should always be focusing on people, or I should always be focusing on my processes.
Not necessarily.
There is actually a time and a place in the development of your business where you're not ignoring the other two, but one is stronger than the other.
So there's like a season for each one?
Right.
That comes from Peter, Paul, and Mary.
Peter, Paul. You know, I think a lot of time we're trying to focus on all 3. And as a small business owner, there is a system. And when we think about people, and that is the first part of it. And as you are brand new in growing, a lot of times, it's the idea in your head and the team that you surround. The associations that you align yourself with, the types of groups you are participating in, and of course your employees and the team that you bring on, and the type of customers that you are attracting.
Right.
Are all kind of built into that people, and it's the relation that you're establishing. These are the folks that are going to be out there talking about you. These are the folks that are sharing your culture and sharing your stories with other people, so that it's about you. And so you have to foster what your culture is, what's your mission, what's your value statement. And as you are hiring, this is probably one of the toughest things, is we're bringing on people they're probably well-meaning, probably closer or relative that do some of the side work for us. But how sustainable is that? And so one of the key elements is getting the right people on the job as quickly as you can. Best people, you need to invest. This isn't where you really want to focus on getting a good deal. Hire a few great people, not a lot of average ones. Hire people who have a performance track record and performance expectations. Build a corporate culture of excellence by being quick to fire anyone that doesn't perform to company standards and cultures. And this is one of our weaknesses, is we are, as you bring people on, we want to build bridges, right? And build relationships.
That's
and
right.
So even people who weren't the right fit for the team, we, too slow in many cases to let that go. And because we are so big into the relationship side of business, right? We're creating a revolution in the way people treat people. It's always about the relationship. For us, a lot of our processes, we're kind of behind the curve, so to speak. We let the process side kind of just be in our head. We did a lot of Excel spreadsheets and, little notes here and there, or we did not have our processes written down. We didn't have duplicatable systems and checklists.
Right, but don't make the mistake of thinking because you don't have them written down, you don't have processes. You absolutely have processes. It's how you get your job done.
It wasn't until we hired a business coach that we were able to actually get that down on paper.
Right.
But here's the nice thing. Once you have the base, and there's all these P's in here, processes in place, it helps your people to make sure you're offering a consistent customer experience every single time.
Pow!
It is the processes that will actually grow your business, that will help you to streamline and be more effective. Once you've got processes in place, you can recognize, are there duplicatable steps? Are we being redundant? Are there too many? Are there gaps? How can we streamline this? How can we tighten this up so that we can actually grow? Right now, if your processes are too cumbersome, maybe you can only handle 5 or 6 clients a day,
Absolutely.
right? Or 5 or 6 orders a day.
Don't be perturbed, by the way. This is all perfectly normal and good stuff for your business.
Yeah, perfect your procedures.
Absolutely. Finally, we need to talk about that profit because too many small business owners simply work for too little money.
Right. Our friends over at Keep Up with Mrs. Jones says that there's an epidemic of small business owners not taking a paycheck. So if that resonates with you, check out keepupwithmrsjones.com and look at your CFO and your financials and all of that. But here's the thing. The key is to know how your company makes money and to understand how you can leverage, what are the things that you can leverage for profit. Right? And so I think a lot of times, because we're small, we don't have a lot of overhead, we don't have a lot of people, as long as we're making a little bit of money or pseudo breaking even, we feel like we are a success, which in year one, as you're beta testing, as you're putting this out, you're creating your target market and kind of finding your way in the field, that's acceptable, right? We're putting all the money back into research and development. We're putting it all back into marketing. And so we're probably just breaking even in that year one. We have an accountant who says that as long as you're growing, you're probably not really profitable because, again, you're continuing to pour all the profit back into the company to allow it to grow. You're investing in better people. You're investing in improved processes, right? Software and all of that. But here's the thing. Increasing your profits starts first by understanding your financial statements.
Stop right there. You need to understand your financial statements.
Yes.
I mean, people, that's one of those things that, Angel, if we just keep going over that, people will just run on by and say, well, duh, and move on. But so many people do not understand their financials.
They don't. And, and I think that it's not our strength. It's not our bailiwick. So,
but it is your business.
It is your business. So hire the right people that will help you to understand the financials or help you walk through it or help explain it to you. And somebody's got to have their finger on the pulse of it. And it should be the owner having the finger on the pulse of it. Doesn't mean you're doing your own bookkeeping and accounting and payroll. You've got people for that, but you actually have to understand what your gross profit is. Somebody recently was talking about, what is it, like your printer and your copier and all that. And she says, so you need to know how much it costs you to print something.
Right.
And because if you're printing a lot, if you're printing a couple of things in anything that we do.
A couple of things at 10 cents a page, no big deal.
Right. But as you grow and your business grows up, you have to know what those costs are and to create systems that are sustainable. We were doing something recently. We started a leads group for the Experience Pros Network.
Correct. And
you think in a typical leads group, we were going to have these little lead sheets. Everybody fills out this little
triplicate forms.
Forms, right? 60 leads a week. Okay, that's 60 little pieces of paper to try and manage because it's in triplicate.
Oh, and that's right. We're expanding into 5 more markets.
So now we need a new system, a new process to streamline that and to make that virtual. And so a lot of the things that we're doing now, when you kind of manually have to have all these hands on it, or it requires a lot of paper or a lot of time, improve those. But thinking about this, as you're growing, there are different phases of your business where one P is taking precedence over another. And once all those processes are in place, of course, you get to really focus on what brings you in profit.
I know the 4th P. You want to ask? No, you do. You totally want to ask.
What's the 4th P?
No. Say it with enthusiasm.
What's the 4th P?
Positivity.
Oh, absolutely.
Oh, see, she's breathing a sigh of relief now.
Right, because you
She's
never
about
know.
to get peed off. Yeah, positivity. Keep it positive. That's what we do here on the Experience Pros Radio Show. We do it for you every single day, and we want you to share it with others. How do you do that? Send them to experiencepros.com. We'll do all the rest. experiencepros.com. More after these messages. Thanks for listening.
The Experience Pros are here to help you get your business right. To learn more, visit experiencepros.com.
Over 400,000 businesses in Colorado have less than 10 employees. Your business probably fits into that category. Imagine what would be accomplished if everyone joined forces. The Colorado Micro Business Alliance brings owners together to give you a unified voice in state and local politics, as well as helps negotiate better deals for products and services. They offer top-level seminars and networking events. Join now for only $5 a month at coloradomicrobusinessalliance.com.
Get your payroll and employee paperwork done efficiently, effectively, and economically with Employer Essentials. Free up your time, free up your money, and let Employer Essentials help your business grow. They handle all of your payroll and HR needs at EmployerEssentials.com or call 303-734-9436. 303-734-9436.
Do you wish your career was moving along a different path? Do you ever feel like your business owns you when it really should be the other way around? Do you feel like this isn't the life you thought you'd be living? Well, you're not alone. Sandy Corrigan has a system that helps people create careers worth having, businesses worth owning, that results in lives worth living. Call or text Sandy Corrigan today at 303-907-1010. That's 303-907-1010. It's worth the phone call.
Friends, this is Eric, and I want to turn you on to a fantastic bi-monthly patriotic newsletter I've discovered. It's called The Pen, and it's a compilation of numerous patriotic writers packed with political information that you won't find in the newspaper. Contact my friend Beth Ann for a free sample copy at csctalkradio.com or send $24.95 to P.O. Box 73, California, Missouri 65018 to receive The Pen for an entire year. The Pen, promoting liberty and keeping patriots informed. Subscribe today. csctalkradio.com. That's csctalkradio.com.
Dude, your wife's hot.
I know, right?
I'm not kidding. She's really hot.
Yeah, I married up.
I'm trying to tell you, your wife's hot.
Will someone please call Bowman Heating and Air? It's 90 degrees in here.
Don't let anyone else tell you how hot your wife is. Call Bowman Heating and Air today. 303-622-6502. Bowman Heating and Air, keeping couples together and relationships cool. Ask about the preventative maintenance option with a 100% mechanical guarantee. BowmanHVAC.com.
Dove Valley Storage has your affordable storage solutions for RVs, boats, cars, or construction equipment. Covered units you can own or rent at unbelievable prices. There's no other product like this in Colorado, and they're offering them at a fraction of the price of owning an RV garage or man cave. Hurry and call Kim today. They're going fast for fall delivery. 720-201-4062. That's 720-201-4062. Or check them out online, DoveValleyStorage.com. They've got you covered.
Wouldn't you love to get VIP treatment and hang out with celebrities? Carrie Conley with Infinite Nation does, and she wants to spoil you at Vision is Victory, the event happening in Scottsdale, Arizona on January 14th. Get the VIP treatment all day long with elite training, celebrity reception, and a VIP swag bag filled with bonuses and goodies. Sign up for Vision is Victory, the event, and upgrade to get the VIP treatment. Read all the details at infinitenation.com. infinitenation.com.
If you rely on networking to build your business, you need Renovate. If you are sick of wasting your time cold calling to find a few, you need Renovate. Extreme Relationship Management will help you renovate. Renovate is revolutionary training that elevates your not working and supercharges your networking to get real results. Sign up for the next Renovate training this week at extremerelationshipmanagement.com or call 855-I-LIKE-ERM. You need Renovate.
Tell your staff to tune in daily to the Experience Pros Radio Show. Business training and inspiration from national experts are here for you every day on the Experience Pros Radio Show. Start your week off by learning a great new business skill. Tune in midweek to boost your positive attitude and be sure to always end your week with Fan Dragon Friday. The Experience Pros Radio Show is here for you every day, changing the way people treat people in business. Join the revolution and tune into the Experience Pros Radio Show. Weekday business training designed to inspire you to get your business right.
The U.S. Postal Service wants to remind everyone this year to protect themselves from becoming victims of identity theft. Never give out passwords, PIN numbers, or account numbers. To learn more, visit www.consumer.gov/ncpw.
Yeah, there's always something to remind me. I cannot afford to send my kids to college.
Well, I'll tell you what, it is no secret that parents and students alike are just feeling the burden of crushing student loans, the cost of going to college. And I think in many cases, the overwhelming financial burden on a family is what keeps a lot of students from actually continuing their education.
Right.
So we brought in our guest experts, Raina Goebel. She's the author of the new Cliff Notes, A Parent's Guide to Paying for College and Repaying Students' Loans. She is here to help.
She knows what to do?
Absolutely. She's navigated the pitfalls of student loans firsthand. She's an expert in the field and one of the most reliable sources of college tuition strategies. Rena, welcome to the Experience Pros Radio Show.
Hi, happy to be here.
Thank you so much for joining us, Raina. Is there really hope? Is there a silver lining to this cloud of debt?
There's a platinum lining.
Come yours, we're helping you grow it to success. Call Steve today and CYA. That's Cover Your Assets. 303-322-7919. 303-322-7919.
Hi, this is Angel, and I want you to picture this. You're driving home after soccer practice. Your little girl is sitting in the back seat, and the radio is gently playing your favorite music. Your car is your world for the moment, and your world is safe because Nyland's Collision Center wouldn't cut corners on the quality of parts when they fixed that fender bender last month. NYLUNDS collision.com. No one knows your car better. The safety of your whole world is in their hands. Visit nylandscollision.com or call them at 303-761-9219.
You've had it with the big box print shops and online printing companies. Sure, they offer cheap services, and that's what you get, cheap service. Isn't it about time you found someone who not only made you look good, but also makes you feel good? Award-winning PrintingDoneQuickly.com offers the highest level of concierge service without the concierge price. PrintingDoneQuickly.com, where we serve your business as we wish to be served, and quickly too. That's PrintingDoneQuickly.com.
When your IT person says your VPN's PPTP failed because the IP conflict caused a protocol failure, all you seem to hear is blah, blah, money, money, blah, blah, last time. We're C-Squared Computer Consulting, and we speak geek fluently, but we translate when talking to you. When you understand the issues, you can better prioritize your money and time. Our managed services provide a stable spending model with system monitoring and trust. Call C-Squared Computer Consulting today at 303-933-1113 or go to c2cc.net.
Attention business owners. If you're waiting 30 to 60 days or more to get paid, Riviera Finance can turn your invoices into immediate cash flow. Let them help. Their process is simple and no debt is created. Riviera Finance is located right here in Denver. They've been helping companies across the U.S. for over 40 years. So if you bill on credit but need better cash flow, call Jack Loudon at Riviera Finance now at 303-409-7706. That's 303-409-7706 or visit RivieraFinance.com.
If printing is an essential part of your business day, then RMK Cartridge is your lifeline to success. Hi, this is Eric, and Angel and I wouldn't think of running our business without having RMK Cartridge on our speed dial. Remanufactured ink and toner cartridges are just the beginning. Free delivery and award-winning service coupled with 30 to 50% savings over original manufacturer products means that we're saving time, money, and space in the landfill all at once. Treat your printer to the best. Contact the guys at RMK Cartridge at 303-781-2076 or on the web at rmkcartridge.com.
Orange Theory Fitness at Parker and Arapahoe is the official fitness sponsor of the Experience Pros radio show. This is Angel, and Orange Theory is the energizing group fitness concept that is sweeping the nation. Experience the orange effect at the location Eric and I work out at. It's Orange Theory Fitness at Parker and Arapahoe Road. You'll see more energy, visible toning, and extra calorie burn for up to 36 hours after your workout. Call for a free Saturday session at 303-645-4290. That's 303-645-4290. We'll see you at Orange Theory Fitness at Parker and Arapahoe Road.
The top 5 search results get 75% of all the clicks. 75%! That means if you're on page 2, you are missing out on tons of potential business. You, my friend, are in need of professional help. At SharpNet Solutions, it's not all about clicks. It's about making sales. They optimize the Experience Pros Extreme Customer Service Directory, and they can optimize your business. Call them today, 303-900-4988. That's 303-900-4988. Or find them online at sharpnetsolutions.com. Put their talents to work and see what they can do for you. 303-900-4988. Mention the Experience Pros and get up to 50% off. Call today.
At highway speeds, the average text takes your eyes off the road for about 5 seconds. That's enough time to travel the length of a football field. Stop texts, stopwrecks.org. Brought to you by the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration and the Ad Council.
The Experience Pros want to help you get your business right. Have you joined the revolution? Visit meetup.com/The Revolution and become a business revolutionary. And now, back to Eric and Angel on the Experience Pros radio show.
I've got the power.
And I think you came out of the womb that way.
What? You think so?
Mm-hmm. You were just born like that. You're like, I've got the power. I'm going to be on stage. I'm going to be this grand entertainer.
You would be shocked and surprised, maybe even awed, by the fact that I actually have a very and introverted side to me.
Well, I know that you do.
I didn't come out that way.
But it doesn't show up when you're on stage.
Well, no, but that's because I have worked very hard at developing my stage. And I work. I mean, I studied. I learned. I practiced and failed.
Oh, well, which is probably good news to hear for the rest of us, because don't you ever watch those people that are on stage and they're in front of a crowd? I mean, you've all heard that the 2 things that like freak us out the most, right, are, you know, death and public speaking, right? And those that are public speakers, you think, oh my gosh, they just have to have been born that way. They just had this natural talent, but that isn't true.
Nope.
They have worked, they have honed, they have trained and perfected and studied, and they have failed
and learned from that. So we're going to help you develop a little more powerful onstage presence. What do you say?
All right. So here are some tips that I found from my friend Karen Sussman. She says, how can you deliver a speech that inspires and entertains and educates, that moves people into action? And the first thing she says is you start strong.
Which means you don't start don't start speaking as you're walking out onto stage. Instead, when the introduction comes and the folks who are introducing you say, please welcome, in this case, Eric Raymer. As people are clapping and welcoming you, you walk straight to the center point. You turn address the audience and take a moment to ground yourself. Make eye contact with the audience. And if that freaks you out, make eye contact about 3 feet above the audience's head level.
And I look at 4 heads when I'm out in the audience. I just thought there was
the number 4 heads? You look at only 4 heads, or you look at the part above people's eyes?
The part above people's eyebrows.
Got it. Thank you.
Yeah, sorry. 4 of them. Well, yeah. Well, it's hard to actually kind of make contact because then I get stuck there, right? Because now I'm talking to one person and I feel like then I'm trapped there. But I thought it was interesting that she says, don't start talking as you're walking out on stage, because you haven't actually created that. You haven't actually commanded that powerful presence yet. You are just still walking. And she says it actually is that behavior often comes from nerves and takes away from your power opening.
It really does. And your power opening needs to be exactly that. It needs to be a powerful opening. And give you an example. And by the way, just addressing the fact that the eye contact issue, you will do so much better. Don't play tennis with your eyes. Okay, you will do so much better if you pick out 3 regions, one on the left, one on the center, one on the right, and you very specifically nail down and stay there for what seems to you an unbearably long period of time as you deliver your power message. One of our power messages is this, and boy, I'll tell you what, you can hear a pin drop when Angel and I deliver it, and that is this: customer satisfaction has a net value
of 0.
Boo, I'll tell you what, that is a powerful start.
It is, absolutely. And so have your powerful opening and start strong. Number 2, she recommends, is focus on them. Your audience can tell when it's all about you. And if you're just all about me, and aren't I so great, and we're so great, and it's so great, you'll actually lose the audience.
You might be there to sell your ideas and sell yourself as an expert, sell your products afterwards, but if that's what you're focusing on, you're going to lose your audience.
She says focus on delivering value and to serving them in the highest way possible. And this is where we get so stuck on those PowerPoint presentations, because the PowerPoint presentation is all about typically your company, your service, your product. And so go back to the drawing board and see if you can focus actually on what has value in the audience. She also talks about connecting with the eyes.
Absolutely. You do need to connect with the eyes. She's emphasizing what we've already spent some time on.
Right.
Eye contact is critical.
She talks about when you move your head like a sprinkler head back and forth.
That's the tennis that I'm talking about. Right. Don't be doing that.
She says instead connect with one person at a time, deliver a thought to one person, then switch to another and deliver the next thought. And over the course of your talk, your audience members will feel as if you were speaking directly to them, and they'll feel connected.
As you would if you were talking to one person.
Right.
It's no different. We make it bigger than it has to be. Just have a conversation, one person at a time. And if you switch people, that's okay. But again, don't be playing volleyball or tennis or whatever.
The hardest thing that Eric had to teach me is finding a point on the stage that is your lane, it's your landing. You got to stick the landing, right? But most, because of nerves, we tend to pace back and forth across the stage. That's exhausting to watch from the audience.
Nobody likes watching a pacer.
No. I remember actually watching somebody who had a chair that kind of swiveled. And so the whole time they're talking on stage, their little chair is swiveling back and forth. Again, exhausting to watch from the stage. And here's the thing. Think about if somebody was videotaping you and you had to watch it and fast forward. Are you like all over the stage, or can you watch it no matter what and no matter where you start and stop, that you are in that same position? It's just easier on the audience.
It really is. Be human, be you, be real. Don't imitate a great speaker that you saw. That will always end in disaster. You are not them, right?
Right. Don't take on a persona of who you think a speaker should be.
Do not strive for perfection. Another way to sabotage yourself every single time.
You be you, right? Because who you are is who the people are going to relate to the most. It's your story. It's your vulnerabilities. It's your authenticity. I tell people, don't worry about the ums and all of those things that are just kind of come out of your nerves. Don't focus on that. Focus on delivering your true story, your true authenticity, rather than trying to be somebody else.
Quite possibly the most difficult thing of all these points is don't be distracted by the people that you think are not into you. They cross your arms and you're going to get stuck on that one person with a frown on their face, crossing their arms, only to find out after you're done, they loved you the most.
They do. It's the funniest thing. And the things that people get stuck on, never read your reviews from when you speak publicly on stage.
Thanks to Karen Sussman for that article and the talking points that it inspired. And now thanks to Charlie, our producer, and on behalf of he and Angel, myself, and all the people that make the Experience Pros radio show happen every single day, we want to thank you for tuning in and participating in this, the revolution in how people treat people in business. We'll see you tomorrow.
This has been the Experience Pros radio show with business revolutionaries Angel Tussey and Eric Raymer. For more information, you can contact Experience Pros by 344-2446 or visit them on the web at experience.com/experiencepros and twitter.com/experiencepros. What are you waiting for? Join the revolution.